Week 2 begins with the Winey Bevers versus Purplish Passion. The Winey Bevers in third place after week 1. Purplish Passion in first. We all know what this team does. Dwarven team at 1710 TV. Block across the board. Guard on 5 players. Tackle on 6 players. We're going to expect a very similar game tonight between the Winey Bevers and Purplish Passion as we saw last week between the Winey Bevers and the Rattus. This is an agility team versus a bashy team. The Winey Bevers are going to want to bash. On offense, they are going to cage up and march down the field. On defense, they are going to try their best to screen out the Dark Elves of the Purplish Passion. I don't think they're going to stop the Purplish Passion from scoring. It's very hard to keep that team from scoring. But all the Winey Bevers have to do is score more than the Passion does. So we could see a 2-1 grind. If the Passion gets the ball in the first half, they're going to want to score as quickly as possible. That's to save their players. They're going to have as many players as they can on the field at the start of the game. And that means that the Winey Bevers can set up for a 2-1 grind, meaning they can take the remaining turns of the first half to score and tie it at 1-1. And then in the second half, they'll get the ball and they can stall to score on turn 16 to win 2-1 tonight. Araraz, level 4 runner. Ararel, level 3 runner. Ararel with an MA of 7. Unbelievable. Winey Bevers have both a kickoff return player and they have a kicker, which means that the Dark Elf team's probably going to have to keep 2 back on kickoff return. 9 fan factor. The Winey Bevers lost one after the last game. That's not terribly uncommon. The higher you get in fan factor, the harder it is to retain it. You have to keep winning in order to retain it. 1 cheerleader, 5 TRRs, an apothecary, 2 coach assistants. This usually gives the Winey Bevers the advantage on the kickoff table. We'll see if that's the case tonight in just a minute. But again, something to point out with this apothecary, most of the Winey Bevers values tied up in these 2 runners here, which means that apothecary is probably going to be saved to be used solely to protect those 2 players. So if Camaricil and Purplish Passion tonight can keep that in mind, they might be able to take out some of these other players, these level 2 players, maybe this level 3 blitzer with guard, because Merrick's really going to have a decision to make. If he wants to spend the apothecary on a player that's not that runner, well, now those runners are at risk. We've seen Araraz get saved by an apothecary twice now, once in the Spike Magazine Trophy and once last week. So the threat is real. And that basically shuts down the... If Merrick continues to use the apothecary that way, which is not necessarily a bad idea, that basically shuts down the apothecary for the other players. Merrick took a death roller coming into this competition, used it to fairly good effect last week. We'll see if he uses it again this week. He took it out right on the first drive in the last week. Worked out pretty well. We'll see what he does with it tonight. Last week, he spent it basically blocking and fouling, and that is a fine use of a death roller. We'll see what he does tonight. I expect more of the same. He's not up against quite as fragile a team tonight, but that death roller can still be a pain to cope with. Purplish Passion coming in at a TV of 1,300 means they're going to get 410k in inducement money. That's a lot of money. 10-man bench. Navy of 8 is, with the exception of the runners, is better than we saw with the Rattus team and Navy of 7. At the very least, it means that armor breaks are no longer likely, which is good. 5 players with block, 3 with dodge, 2 on each of these blitzers. The block plus dodge combo, always a very powerful combo, and it makes all but a single face safe when receiving a block. One of the runners has an insane AG of 5, with the other runner having dodge. This is a powerful combo. This isn't really a running. This isn't really a passing team, but with a player that has an AG of 5 and both players having the dump off skill. Dump off meaning if either player takes a block, they can elect to do a short pass before taking that block. An AG of 5 is just insane, and that kind of opens up a bit of a passing game here. We haven't seen it yet. There really hasn't been a need to use the dump off ability yet. Camarasol, I mean, everyone with an MA of 7 or 6, they're just really fast and just don't require it. But we could see that in play here, especially with being a man down. Enton, level 2 lineman, is a leader. That means while he is on the pitch, Camarasol is going to have 4 team rerolls instead of 3. Otherwise, pretty standard lineup here. We're going to see lots of running. We're going to see them score as quickly as they can. We've seen Camarasol be very aggressive with this team, and it has been working out, but it always stops my heart. I don't know if we want to see that tonight. I said that last week, and it worked out for Camarasol, so we'll see if it works out this week. Were I him, I would not try to outbash that Dwarven team. I would keep my distance. I'd keep a space off on defense. Just try to prevent forward momentum. On offense, you've got the speed, you've got the AG. You just have to get past the Dwarven line. If you spread out your players, the Dwarfs are going to have to spread out to match, and when they spread out, they're not getting those blocks. They're not getting those assists, rather. 3 cheerleaders, 5 fan factor, and 3 coaching assistants means that the kickoff table may go either way tonight. 3 TRRs, not a whole lot, but remember, he's going to get a 4th with Enton on the pitch. We'll see if Merrick decides to mark Enton because of that. If he can mark him and take off a TRR, that's very powerful. But the elephant in the room here. Camarasol's starting off a man down. He started off last week a man down, and his players are very expensive. So he may be thinking about trying to keep his team healthy tonight. He wants to win, of course. He wants to win the game. He wants to win the competition. Remember, everybody in the Dungeon Bowl is competing to win a Blood Bowl 3 key when the game releases. So you want to win the competition, but you're not going to do that without a complete bench. So he wants to be careful here, especially against this high TV, highly bashy team, and maybe try to keep these players safe. That doesn't match up with his typically aggressive playstyle. We'll see if he adjusts tonight or not. But he really can't afford to lose another player. His players are very expensive. After this game, he will be able to get at least another lineman. But if he loses another player, he's really going to be in for an uphill battle, I think, for the remaining weeks of the competition. With that said, we'll see if the 2 players, or the 2 coaches, are ready to go. It is the classic agility versus bashy matchup. I believe these 2 teams tied in the last competition in the Spike Magazine Trophy. Looks like the players are just about ready to go, and we are going to get started here in just a second. $410K in inducement money means we are almost certainly going to see some extra team training, maybe a couple of extra rerolls. I'm not sure. We could see 1 extra reroll because of that leader, and then the remaining money being put to good use in a star player. We could see a wizard. A wizard with a fireball is very effective against a Dwarven team. Remember, they want to cage up on offense, and that means a fireball is very likely to have 5 players it can potentially hit. We're waiting for the 2 players to get through their inducement phase. Winey Bevers almost certainly going to have the fame coming into this game. They have a fan factor of 9 versus 5. It'll be very, very interesting to see what Camaricel does here and if he decides to adjust due to his short bench or not. The Winey Bevers have just been a brutal, brutal team. Brutal team going into the second half of the last competition, and a brutal team in week 1 here. We saw them take the Rattus down to, at one point, 4 players on the pitch. Granted, an AV of 8 is a far cry from an AV of 7, but you know, that can very well happen again here tonight, and I think Camaricel wants very much to avoid that. Camaricel's not going to have too much problem scoring, but the dance here is to decide when to score. It's very hard to control the momentum on offense when you're an agile team like his against a bashy team, because you don't want to be giving the bashy team more hits with every successive turn. But he also really needs to be careful about that 2-1 grind. Being a man down, he's going to have a tough time getting that ball out of the Winey Beavers' hands. SP Beaver says that Merrick chose Camaricel chose a journeyman, a wizard, an apothecary, and a bloodwiser babe. He's going to have 2 apoths then going into this game, and of course a wizard, which we will almost certainly see use a fireball. However, Lightning Bolt is also very good. Remember, Lightning Bolt is a 2+ to hit a single player. And we are about to get underway. Week 2. And it looks like the Winey Beavers are going to be on defense, which I think is where they want to be. Good weather. They're bringing the Death Roller out on the first drive. Winey Beavers coming in with a +1 of fame, 5 TRRs against the 4 TRRs of Purplish Passion, and of course that wizard. 2 apothecaries. Again, they really want to make sure they don't lose a player here tonight. And the Winey Beavers with a heavy, heavy line. 7 men on the line. I think Camaricel here is going to respond with just having a 3-man line, bringing everybody back. They'll have 2 back to receive. They don't have a kickoff return player, so they're going to need 2 back to thwart this kicker. Merrick is almost certainly going to be focusing on hits in this first drive. I'm not so sure he cares about Camaricel scoring. He's really going to have a hard time stopping a score. He might be cognizant of that fact and just wants to get the hits on, because the faster that Camaricel scores, the more time that Merrick's going to have here to win with a 2-1 grind. So carefully considering his formation here on offense. He's got holes down either sideline already. Ten seconds left to set up here on offense. And here's the kickoff. Merrick deciding where to kick. Fairly deep kick. He can do that with a kicker. Brilliant coaching. Purplish Passion gets an extra team reroll this half. That is normally pretty good with 5 TRRs now. That's a whole lot of TRRs. Probably not too much though. Once you start getting up to around the 6, 7, possibly even 8 area, then you start leaving them on the table, as we saw in the Rattus game, in fact. Turn 1 underway here. Camaricil thinking about his options. Probably doesn't want to pick up that ball right from the get-go. He's a market player and start moving downfield. He's got 2 likely candidates on either in either wide zone here. And sure enough, he's going to set up for the blitz on the number 4 blitzer on the right side here in the right wide zone. 2-die blitz is a clean block. Good hit. And now they can start barreling down the right side of the pitch here. Blitzer still has some movement left. In fact, he has a good bit of movement left. We'll see if he continues to move him down the pitch or not. Could also move him back, try to cage up a ball player, perhaps. Nope, he's going to proceed to move downfield. I think that's fine. Now he doesn't have any other blocks unless he wants to block down the edges of this line here, which I'm not sure he wants to do. He can easily dodge out. Sure enough, he dodges out the number 11 center here. He does not want to be anywhere near that death roller. Signing to pick up the ball. Fails the pickup, will spend the TRR. And he's going to start moving this ball down the pitch. 13 seconds to go. Still has most of his team to take actions with. Going to dodge out the number 4 player. Probably going to dodge out the number 3 blitzer as well. He's leaving his team spread out. Pulls the number 1 blitzer to the right. And that's a fair first turn for a Purplish Passion. Winey Bevers on defense, turn 1. Camaricil's team is spread out here, so the Winey Bevers have to be careful. This is, I think this is smart play by Camaricil. If you spread out, the Winey Bevers have to spread out. And when they spread out, that's when they're at their weakest. Camaricil has to be careful of a potential blitz on the ball carrier. Not very likely to happen here, but we'll probably see, we'll probably see Merrick start encroaching on this right wide zone here a bit. Merrick kept 2 players back. He can't outrun this team. He keeps 2 back just in case somebody gets past the line. I think that is wise, especially when Camaricil is a man down. It's easier to pull people off the line when you have the player advantage. Here comes the blitz with the death roller on the number 2 blitzer. 3-die blitz. It's only going to be a push. He decides to spend the reroll, gets a clean hit. This death roller is trying to take people off the pitch. Doesn't work out here. Has a strength of 7 and an AV of 10. It is terrifying. Also has Mighty Blow, because of course it does. I don't think Merrick's going to be able to close down this gap here, but we are seeing him shift to the right. That can potentially open up center pitch here for Camaricel. Merrick committing that deep runner up toward the line of scrimmage. Committing both runners up to the line of scrimmage. Remember, these tackle zones over here are not adding negative modifiers to this dodge. They're just triggering the dodge. So we can see this number 3 blitzer just book downfield at this point. Turn 2 for the Passion. 4 TRRs a pop. Here is that leader. If Merrick can take that leader off the pitch, then 1 TRR will be lost. One minute to go with no action by Camaricel. Considering his options here, he does not need to commit down this wide zone here. He's got the speed. He can shift back to the left if he wants. He can dodge. I spoke too soon. He can dodge those players out. He's going to have to spend the TRR. Yeah, sure enough, the number 3 blitzer moves downfield. He has no TRRs left for the turn. That's going to make these dodges a little more risky, but he can still do them without any negative penalty. He'll have to move the ball carrier first. "23 seconds to go here." Yeah, we see Camaricel being much more cautious in this game. Moves the number 7 lineman down pitch. And it looks like he's going to shift the whole team to the left. Yeah, fair play. He doesn't need to shift the entire team. We'll see if he does. That's 1 dodge away from the death roller. He's got 2 to go here. 1 more. He's got 10 seconds to go. He's got 3 players that are going to get blocked down if he doesn't dodge them. 2 left. And fails the dodge. Yeah. Even at 2+, you make enough rolls, you're going to fail one of them. It's the GFI. It's the GFI fallacy. You always think it's safe until you roll 6 of them. Now the number 9 player on the right-hand side is KO'd. Here comes that 2-die block that was given to Merrick and the Winey Bevers. Looking for a casualty. Doesn't get it. Still has a blitz on the table. We'll see who he marks. Here is the leader. He can try to take this leader out of this game. Gotta get some tackle zones on these players who are in the backfield. 2-die blitz on the number 3 blitzer. Gets a push out of it, or a both standing if he prefers. Decides to spend the TRR, and it's going to be a both standing. Unfortunate TRR that was spent there. No more blocks on the table. Winey Bevers are going to spend the remainder of the turn getting tackle zones on players. Perhaps trying to force a few dodges here down mid-pitch. They're getting spread pretty thin here. They're going to need to shift these players in the right wide zone back left a bit. Is that a skull on the wheel? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, whose skull is that? I hope that's not a Rattus skull. Clean your equipment, Winey Bevers. 40 seconds to play in turn 2. Looks like the Winey Bevers are abandoning the right wide zone here. They are happy with keeping Purplish Passion restricted to lateral movement. That's a win in their book. Turn 3 for Purplish Passion, down to 3 TRRs. They're very fast, so they don't. They're not too concerned with their field position just yet. They can pretty much get anywhere they need to. I mean, look at that movement. Good dodge downfield. Is he going to try a long pass? Oh my. Oh no, I hope not. We'll see. Good dodge by the number 10 lineman. Remember, dodges without a negative modifier. If you're not dodging into a tackle zone, you get a +1 just for dodging. So an AG of 4 results in a dodge that is 2+. Purplish Passion now with 2 players deep, 3 players behind the line. A fairly good position, even though he's a man down. He just does not want to take hits. 40 seconds to play here in turn 3 for Purplish Passion. Still has a blitz on the table. Can still take a number of blocks should he choose to. Sends the number 4 blitzer off to the right side. Says, if you want to come after me, you're going to have to split up your team. And now the ball carrier. Where is he going to go? Moving back to the right side of the pitch. Oh, bad dodge. He'll have to spend the TRR. We'll see if he tries to screen out the remaining... it looks like he's not going to. He's got tackle zones here and here. He can do a fairly good job. Oh, no. Fails the second dodge. That'll be the turn and gets KO'd for his troubles. And now the Winey Bevers with a 2-man advantage. Otherwise, he could... he's in a fairly good spot here, screening them out. Another player would have made this a no-brainer, and then he could have just rocketed down the field. But at this point, we'll probably see the number 2 blitzer here blitzed, and then maybe some dodges set up on the ball carrier. But first comes a 2-dive block in the left wide zone. It's a good block. This is against the leader. Doesn't get a KO, but he does get a stun. Two-dive block. It's a good block. That lineman does not have dodge. Still has a blitz on the table. No blocks remaining. I would be very surprised if he doesn't block down this number 2 blitzer here. He could try to reposition deep here. Yeah, That's fair, too. And it looks like he's going to blitz down the number 3 blitzer in the backfield. It's a clean hit. He's looking to take a player off the pitch. Doesn't happen this time. And he spends his remaining movement points to get a tackle zone on the number 7 lineman. That's smart play. Remember, even with an AG of 4, as we've seen in the first 3 turns here, you want to keep your opponent rolling dice. The more dice they have to roll, the more risks they have to take. Getting a tackle zone on the number 4 blitzer. We'll probably see him eat a 2-die block coming back on the next turn. He's going to foul. Is it the leader? It is. Doesn't get anything out of the foul, unfortunately. But that's good use of the Death Roller. The Death Roller is a secret weapon. He's only going to be on the pitch for a drive, unless the Winey Beavers had any bribes, which they do not. So if anybody's going to get called off, why not make it the Death Roller? Troll Slayer moves into the backfield. Now turn 4 for the Purplish Passion. Still in fairly good shape. They've got some blocks they can take if they want. I see no reason not to block down this Troll Slayer and start marching down the field. I don't think he's going to get a 3-die block out of that, but he moves the number 9 lineman forward. He might just take the block with the number 4 blitzer here, which would be a good block. Yeah, well done. Only gets a push, but that's really all he needs. Decides not to follow up. That's not going to tie up that Troll Slayer, unfortunately. So now if he wants to move downfield, he's going to have to protect the ball carrier. He would have had to protect him anyway, but now he's got another player to contend with. This number 10 lineman's not a threat because he'll be eating a 2-die block back from this level 3 blitzer here. Purplish Passion on turn 4 and already down to 2 TRRs. 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter for Purplish Passion. Good dodge by number 3 blitzer. I wonder what Purplish Passion's goal there is. He might try to pass. I don't think he passes on this turn. 2-die block is a good block against the Longbeard. Now, Purplish Passion is regrouped back on the right wide zone. This is going to give the Winey Beavers an opportunity to regroup as well. Purplish Passion doesn't... Well, they've already played 5 of their players over here. They're not going to be able to get past the dwarves here, so Merrick's going to have an opportunity here. Failed dodge, unfortunately. He's not going to spend the TRR. He gets stunned for his troubles. Merrick's going to have an opportunity here to now close down on the team and pull everybody right. I am interested to see what Merrick decides to do with this Death Roller, if he's going to continue fouling the leader or not. Or if he's going to bring him back into the game over on the right wide zone. And here we start to see all of his deep players shifting back right. He's going to spend his blitz on this number 3 blitzer. It's a good hit. Now there's 4 Dwarven players in the right wide zone. Soon more will be joining. And now he's shut down that hole on the right sideline. Decides to keep a tackle zone on the number 7 lineman. Sure, and now he's bearing down on this Dwarven team here. Doesn't have any blocks left. He does have a foul to take. Wow. Moving guys forward here. That's going to be 3 dodges through this line if he wants to take it here. Now he's too deep on the right sideline. This effectively shuts down the right wide zone. Good play by Merrick. 30 seconds to go. 4 players to take actions with. I suspect the Troll Slayer is going to stay put. But what's going to happen with the Death Roller? Death Roller takes the foul on the leader. And Enton is KO'd. That's going to be a TRR off the table. Nope. The Apothecary was spent. Remember, Purplish Passion has 2 Apothecaries, so Enton stays on the pitch. That TRR is safe. And now the Death Roller is off the pitch. 1 player advantage to the Winey Bevers. Turn 5 for Purplish Passion. Lots of field open here at center pitch. But they're going to start, they need to start thinking about getting this ball downfield. And now they're playing to the Dwarfs' strengths here, which is not where they want to be, especially a man down. They need to spread this team back out and start moving the ball downfield. Good use of the Death Roller by Merrick and the Winey Bevers. One minute to play for Purplish Passion. No movement yet, considering his options. He has nobody to pass to, even if he wanted to. I'm very nervous about that pass. I think it's a little risky anyway. But he's gotta get field position here. Sends the number 3 player down into the end zone. That's going to keep at least 1 Dwarven player deep, probably 2. "39 seconds to play." He could take some blocks here if he wants to. He could block down these Dwarven players. Nope, he's going to dodge out instead. He's going to start moving down center pitch. It's a bad place to be. He's in a tackle zone. Unless he's going to blitz this player. He does indeed. 2 die. Blitz. Clean hit. Will he follow up or not? Gets a KO. Well done. And that Apothecary on the Winey Bevers is not going to be spent. Merrick has been saving that Apothecary for those runners, and I suspect he's going to continue to do the same in this game. Spends the remainder of his blitz movement to move down pitch. Another successful dodge. And another successful dodge. What's he going to do with the ball carrier here? He needs to protect him. 10 seconds to go. One more dodge with the number 10 lineman. Oh no, he passes! Short pass is successful. Pass to the number 2 blitzer, but now we're very likely to see a blitz on this ball carrier. He's gonna have to GFI to get the 2-die block. I am mistaken. He's got Arrel, that crazy MA7 runner, to get the 2-die block. He's going to take a 2-die block here on the remaining number 10 lineman first. It's a good hit. Three TRRs. Almost one for every remaining turn. Probably going to reposition his team before he goes for the blitz on the ball carrier. Pulls the number 13 Longbeard back to center pitch. Probably going to see that with the rest of the team here. Gets tackle zones on the number 9 lineman and the number 11 lineman. 2 Troll Slayers left. And this deep Longbeard. Oh, Camaricil says the game glitched and cost him 20 seconds of his turn. That is unfortunate. Happens sometimes. Wow, interesting. Sends the Troll Slayer back to cover this deep blitzer. Wow, he's keeping tackle zones on these deep players. Here comes that blitz. 2-die blitz. Clean hit. We'll see where the ball scatters. He's got 2 opportunities to pick up the ball here. And it goes right into the blitzer's hands. And he can GFI with that ball if he wants. Well done by the Winey Bevers. And now they are in fantastic shape here in this game. That'll be it. Turn 6 for Purplish Passion. They'll probably blitz down the ball carrier right back at Merrick here. Stands up the player here to negate number 8. I don't think number 8's in play. He could... No, I don't think he's going to get a 3-die block. He could if he really wants it. Stands up, spends the GFI to get a tackle zone on the ball carrier. Remember, stand-ups cost 3 MA. Oh, wow, he's just going to go straight for the blitz. 2-die blitz. Clean hit. And it looks like he's electing to push him toward the wide zone. And that is an unfavorable scatter. Looks like he's thinking about trying to pick it up. It'll be an even pickup if he wants it. Nope, he's gonna make sure he gets an advantage on the pickup. I think that's smart. He's not going to be able to take the number 8 player down, as he has only 1, maybe 2 blocks left. But in all honesty, he's probably going to dodge these 2 players out and move them back to set up sort of a faux cage here. Good pickup. Goes for the pass. Well done. That is a good pass. That's SPP. B, that's an attempt to protect the ball carrier, and I think that's wise. Unfortunately, he's still not terribly protected here, but he's in fairly good shape. Spends a TRR on the dodge. He's down to 1 TRR. Fails the dodge a second time. Oh, you hate to see it. +2 dodge failed twice. That ball carrier is more than likely going to remain standing this turn, but probably will have some tackle zones on him. We'll see what the Winey Bevers like to do. Takes his 2-die block. It's a good block against the number 11 lineman. Trying to take more players off the pitch here. He'll take whatever blocks he's given. Doesn't get anything out of that hit. We'll see him probably reposition on the ball carrier. We'll see. Shifting left with the number 7 runner. I believe the Winey Bevers are down a player. Good blitz on the deep lineman. And gets the surf out of it. Not sure why that lineman was left standing in the end zone. He would have had to dodge for sure. But better than the surf, I think. And there's at least one tackle zone on the ball carrier. We'll see a second when that blitzer is stood up. Winey Bevers still have a blitz on the table. Who will they blitz down? It's going to be the number 4 blitzer. Looks like it's going to be a 1-die block, I believe. Oh, we finally see the dump-off skill. And it results in an interception. Nice attempt by Camarisol. We haven't seen him use dump-off before. Unfortunately, the interception worked out here. And the Winey Bevers are in really good position to end this half in a tie. One die block results in a push. And all that'll be left is this number 4 blitzer to kind of get back into this game here. Probably just get a tackle zone on the number 10 lineman and call it a turn. .20 seconds to play in turn 6. Oh, he decides not to get a tackle zone. He wants to get this blitzer back into the action? Not sure why he's keeping him out of harm's way. Turn 7 for Purplish Passion. .30 seconds spent with no action by Purplish Passion. They could get aggressive on the ball, try to score. Honestly, if they don't score here, I don't think they score this game. Which is amazing defense here by the Winey Bevers. 2-die blitz is a clean hit on the ball carrier. It's going to hope for a favorable scatter. And it is a favorable scatter. Well done. And with 1 TRR on the table, we'll probably see him try to pick this ball up and score. Thankfully, he gets a TD out of this half if all goes well. Fails to pick up, he's going to spend the TRR. This will all but guarantee it. And that'll make it 1-0. Purplish Passion gets itself back into this game. Well done. And now the 2-1 grind is not a threat. So this game may end in a tie. One KO player for Purplish Passion comes back into the game. We'll see the Winey Bevers pick up this ball for 2 turns here, but they are probably just going to try to take hits. Take as many hits as they can before the half. Winey Bevers are a man down. That journeyman was a good buy by Purplish Passion. Purplish Passion spreading the team out will probably only keep 3 players on the line. Sure enough. Decides to spread out the line as far as possible. That means if the Winey Bevers want to block down these players, they'll either need to dedicate 2 players per or put a block player on the journeyman. And indeed, that's exactly what he does. In fact, he does put 6 players on the line. I think that's fine. Put them all on the line. Get everyone as close as possible. Decides to keep both runners back. Camaricel does not have a kicker. Winey Bevers leaving at least 1 TRR on the table. Perfect defense. Purplish Passion can be set up again on another legal defense. I'm not sure they're going to. I think they're probably fine where they are. Alright, he bunches up the line. Fair enough. I don't think it's going to save anyone, but there's no problem with it. If I were Camaricel, I just might just move all my players back toward the end zone. Just keep them away from these Dwarven players. kick ended up on the wrong side of the field. It's going to be a touchback. Decides to put the ball in the hands of the runner. And this will be turn 7 for the Winey Bevers. And we'll see this line blocked down here from left to right, probably. Or right to left. It's a good block by the number 10 Longbeard on the right-hand side. And that's a KO. Well done by the Winey Bevers. That's what they're looking for. Remember, Commercial still has an Apothecary on the board. This Troll Slayer will get a second block on the number 4 Blitzer here. Remember, he has Frenzy, however. So if he gets a push, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to take it with the number 13 player. He's going to leave the Journeyman. Oh no, he went after the Journeyman. All right. And then he'll go, take his block with the Troll Slayer here. 2-die block against the number 4 Blitzer. Gets a push. Spends the reroll. Gets another push. We'll see a Frenzy follow-up. 1-die Frenzy follow-up. Ends up with a good hit. Well done. And gets another KO. Wow. Excellent turn 7 so far for the Winey Bevers. And he still has a blitz on the table. Moving players downfield, getting tackle zones on players. Why not? Here comes that blitz. Troll Slayer blitz. 2-die block is good. Looking for another KO. Doesn't get it. We'll see if he moves that Troll Slayer. Decides not to. And the Winey Bevers are going to force... they make a pass. A one-space pass for SPP. Good move. We will probably see the runner pass on turn 8 as well. And now there are 5 players that will need to dodge or block someone down. Excellent position by the Winey Bevers. Will Purplish Passion run Enton just down in the backfield to save him or not? I am not sure. No, he's running someone down. The number 2 runner is about to level up. Smart move. Starting to pull players back to safety. He's still got these front players here, to deal with. Not sure what he's going to do. He could try to take a block if he wants. 4 players pulled back to safety. 5 players pulled back to safety. These down players are going to have to eat 3 MA standing up. They're not going to be safe. But if they stay down, they're taking a foul. They're probably taking a foul either way. Number 7 lineman's in trouble here. If he dodges, he's going to get a negative modifier to his block. Going to make it a 5+. Fails the block. Or, I'm sorry, a 3+. And he gets stunned for his troubles. Turn 8 for the Winey Bevers. We will probably see the pass first. Nah, maybe not. I'm not sure. He might take this foul first. He can pile on players. He can pile in players here, and get a decent foul on someone. Anyone, really. Final turn of the half. Gonna take the pass first, works out, gets another SPP, well done. Lots of SPP tied up in these two players. And for the rest of turn 8, who is he going to foul? He's gonna spin the TRR and fails the GFI twice, and he's going to foul no one. That'll be the half. 1-0, Purplish Passion is up. Winey Bevers are gonna get the ball going into the second half here. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. Beginning week 2 here, Bloops and Purplish Passion are tied for first with Walmart Death Machine, the Raiders, the Rattus, and the Bevers all tied for third. Shambling Shitstorm and Agile Solutions not far behind. The Raiders and the Rattus tied for the lead in the new coaches pool. Remember, the winner of the new coaches pool will gain a wild card slot in the cut after round robin. Now the Winey Bevers are going to set up here on offense. They're going to be down a man. But that's still going to give them a one-player advantage against Purplish Passion. Purplish Passion with 4 TRRs. Winey Bevers back up to 5. Remember, Purplish Passion got an extra TRR due to the kickoff event in the last half. And one of those TRRs is coming from their leader, who is currently back here. Enton, the level 2 lineman. Looks like Purplish Passion is setting up very similarly to the way they did at the end of the first half. I tend to be a rather conservative player. At this point, I would be thinking about playing for the tie, but as we saw in the Rattus game, man, you play to win. The only way you win is if you play to win. So Purplish Passion is maybe thinking about getting this ball back in this half. If they can get hold of that ball, they can win this game. Purplish Passion have set up on D. Now the Winey Bevers are probably going to remain with the same setup they had in the at the end of the first half. Remember, that journeyman lineman here has loner, so no rerolls are probably going to be spent on him. Commercial had 2 apothecaries coming into this. He's got 1 left for this second half. No casualties so far. He's in good shape going into week 3 if he can hold his team together here in the second half. Merrick pulls the 2 Winey Blitzers, the Winey Bevers back for cage duties here on kickoff. Winey Bevers have a kickoff return player. They're going to get to move him, number 7 here, towards the ball if he wishes. He may not want to. He does anyway. All right, fair enough. Cheering fans, Purplish Passion again get an extra team reroll. And now it's back up to 5 rerolls apiece. Second verse, same as the first. Merrick's gonna try to block down this line. First block by the center is good. He's got the Troll Slayers in the tackle position. He wants to make sure those follow-ups, if he needs to take them, are safe. Remember, the Troll Slayers have Frenzy. Second block's going to result in a push. He'll probably take the push. Pushes the number 11 lineman, the Journeyman, out off center, and will likely follow up. Indeed he does. Third block by the number 12 Longbeard, no doubt. Takes it with the Troll Slayer. He's going to get a chain block here, or chain push. Blocked him over to the left. That sent them back towards center pitch. Not sure what the idea is. Two-die blitz is going to be a good blitz against the Journeyman. It looks like he's trying to open up this right wide zone early. Gets a KO. Well done. That's what dwarves like to see. There's still a wizard on the table. Remember, if this dwarven team cages up, a wizard fireball will hit 5 players on the dwarven team. So Camarasol's still in really good shape to win this game. He could also lightning bolt the ball carrier just straight up. That's a 2+. Winey Bevers with the ball pickup. Where is that ball carrier going to go? Well, looks like he's going to go down center pitch after all. And starting to form this cage. And there it is. 5 players ripe for a fireball. It's probably not going to happen this turn. It'll probably happen closer to the end zone. Better to keep it on the table. Remember, just the threat of a wizard changes play. You don't need to use the wizard to have advantages for having one. Turn 9 for Purplish Passion. Camarasol's got 3 dodges to make or some blocks to make. He could start applying pressure to this cage as well if he wants to. He's going to set up a 2-die block on the number 14 Longbeard. 2-die block is a good block. Well done. Pushes him out towards the right wide zone. Will most likely not follow up. Well done. Yeah, so this is an important tactic here. Camarasol's been a fan of dodging, and there's no problem with dodging, especially with a team with AG of 4 on so many players. But if you get a 2-die block on someone and get a push, you can get a knockdown or a push. You're creating space here, and now the number 14 Longbeard is not going to get a block back at you next turn. Gets a chain push again. Really well done here. You can see he's created space by taking a block. $30 seconds to play on turn 9. Stands up the number 9. The number 9 lineman dodges him out of the way. Well done. And now he's got that spacing that he wants. And he's right in front of the cage. He's in really good position right here. This is a solid formation. He can even spread it out a little thin if he wants to. He doesn't have to. I think this is really good. A really good setup. Turn 10 for the Winey Bevers. What are they going to do? Considering their options. So you can look at this left wide zone, you can see that it's open. The problem with this Dwarven team is they're not very fast. Once they commit to a wide zone, they tend to be committed. And if he commits to a wide zone, then Camaricil can counter. He doesn't need to cover the whole field at that point. He can just cover a part of the field, which is a lot easier to do than having to cover the entire field. So Merrick really wants to be at center pitch if he can at all help it. Sends that Longbeard right back up. He's going to get blocked back down for his troubles unless Merrick is moving right. Advances on these players. Taking a traditional tactic here. It looks like he's just going to move down center pitch. Here comes a blitz. Blitz on the number 10 lineman. Good blitz. Well done. And now he has a tackle zone in this number 1 blitzer. Makes this a 1-die block. And advances the cage forward. Well done. Wow. Now a fireball could potentially hit 6 players. Back to the Purplish Passion for turn 10. Passion might be thinking about taking some blocks here. If he wants to block down this Longbeard, he could theoretically get a 2-die block out of it. Oh, he decides to Lightning Bolt the ball carrier. Wow. So Lightning Bolt's 2+. It worked out, but now he needs to commit to getting toward that ball. And this is a risky place. You know what? I have to eat my words. He's got the ball. He's gonna try to pass. He's got 2 tackle zones on him. Gonna spend the TRR. And doesn't succeed in the reception. Remember, passes are very risky because they're at least 2 die rolls. If there's an interception possibility, which there wasn't here, there would be 3 die rolls. Camaricil got a little anxious, tried to go after this ball and put this game away, but now the Wizards off the table, and the Winey Beavers are going to have an opportunity to make him pay for his arrogance. We'll see what happens here on turn 11. How dare you Lightning Bolt me, he says. That's a high dollar runner there too. Two-die block on the runner is a good, clean hit. Got an AV of 7. Armor breaks are likely. Saved this time. 2-die blitz. It's a good hit. Now that's 2 tackle zones on that ball for the pickup. I wonder if he'll try to pick up this ball now, or if he's going to take some blocks beforehand. Gonna take some blocks first. Wow. Clean hit. Doesn't get anything out of it. He's feeling safe with this ball, I guess. He's gonna get a push out of this unless he spends the TRR. I would take the push, indeed. Oh, not a push because of the tackle skill. Well done. Another 2-die block is a clean hit. Tackle negates the dodge skill. Gets a good stun out of it. That opens up the left wide zone here. And now he's going to pick this ball up. Fails the reroll with sure hands. Remember, even if you have a TRR on the table, you can only reroll any roll once. So a skill like Sure Hands that gives you a guaranteed reroll. If you fail the reroll, that's it, and it is a turnover. We'll see what Camerso wants to do here now. He could try to pick this ball up. He's going to have a negative modifier on the pickup and on the dodge. He could pick it up with this runner here, but he's not really in any position to protect the ball carrier. He could try to throw the ball away as well. Like you don't have to pass to a receiver or a catcher. He could just chuck it downfield. Two-die block on the right-hand side is good against that Longbeard. Longbeard with an AV of 9 and thick skull, he doesn't care. .45 seconds to play in turn 11. Purplish Passion trying to find a way to protect this ball. Failed the pickup. He's going to spend the TRR. He does indeed. That's a safe pickup. He can dodge out of the way. He can try to cage up this ball carrier at this point if he wants. He's got a few dodges to make and no rerolls left. And tried to dodge with the ball carrier, failed. And now that ball is once again available for the taking in the left wide zone. Turn 12 for the Winey Bevers, last turn of the third quarter for them. We are almost certainly going to see these 5 players try to cage up on this ball. In fact, one of those players might even try to foul this lineman. We'll see. Moves that Longbeard back into position to tie up the 2 players on the right side here. Gonna get a 2-die block on this number 10 lineman. It's with the Troll Slayer. He's gonna have a frenzy follow-up here, but doesn't need it. Good hit. And gets a KO. Well done. I think Marisol is probably saving his apothecary for actual casualties. Thinking about the rest of the competition here, trying to keep his team together, keep his team healthy. But with that, he is down to 7 players on the pitch. And there's that first player on that cage corner. And he goes straight for the pickup. Is he going to try to advance here and cage up over here? No, he's going to cage up even further. Well done. And now with that wizard spent, the Winey Bevers really have nothing to worry about over here. They're in great shape to try to tie this game up. And I have to imagine that they are going to play for the tide. They do not want to give this ball back to Purplish Passion unless maybe they can get another couple of players off the pitch. And they're trying that here with a block. It's going to be a push with a follow-up. 2-die follow-up is another push. He spends a reroll. He's trying to take some players off the pitch. So if he takes some players off the pitch here, what he could be trying to do is play to win. He could try to score and then try to get the ball out of Purplish Passion's hands. But with the clock winding down here, it's going to be tough. He's got at least 2 more turns before he scores. Where's that other runner? Araraz. He's too far back. Purplish Passion only has 1 man standing on the pitch. And now he's going to try to get in front of this cage here. Is he going to spend another TRR to try to shut down the sideline? That is Enton, by the way. That is the leader. I would be surprised if Merrick doesn't take a shot on him. Gets a tackle zone on the Dwarves. Tackle zones on the Dwarven players are more powerful for Purplish Passion than they are for Winey Bevers going the other way due to the low AG values of the Dwarven team. Good hit. Oh, wow. He follows up that hit and gets a tackle zone on the ball carrier. He's probably going to eat a block back for that. We'll see what he does here with the number 6 runner. Remember, you can block with the ball carrier. There's no reason not to, in fact. Well, I guess other than the potential of the ball carrier getting knocked down and losing the ball. Good dodge for the number 5 runner, trying to get him back into the game here. 2 GFIs, works out. Spends him laterally for some reason, instead of moving towards the cage. Tries to dodge out that last player. He's going to spend the TRR. He's only got 1 left for the game. Fails the second dodge. That's the second time tonight where a double dodge, a double 2+ dodge has failed for Marisol. That is unfortunate. Marisol blitzing down the number 10 Longbeard. He'll get a push. Spends the TRR. He's got 1 left for every turn. This is going to result in a push. Oh, he's got tackled. Well done. No push. It'll be a knockdown. That is an excellent stun. He'll be out for two. He'll be out next turn. Probably out for 2 turns. So a stun takes you out for a turn. You lose a turn, but then on the next turn you're gonna have to spend 3 AMA standing up. So if you can move the ball in that time, then you can effectively be taken out for 2 turns. Got a cage up over here on the right-hand side of the pitch. So we'll see if he decides to score next turn or not. 2 turns is be really difficult to try to win this game in. .50 seconds to play. Moves the number 7 runner back into this game. Well done. He's protecting the cage on the left-hand side. GFI has to get a tackle zone on the lineman. We'll see if Camarosel tries a YOLO blitz here. I doubt it. Trying to get some players back in the game here. He's not going to be able to. We'll see what he does with the runner. So if he wants to take this blitz, I mean, he could try to get a runner in here and then blitz with the blitzer. We'll see how hungry he is. We'll see how much he wants this. But I'm pretty conservative. I might just try to keep my team healthy and play for the competition rather than for the game. But we'll see. We'll see what he tries to do. Man, it looks like he might be going for it. .50 seconds to go in turn 13. Here's that blitz. It's going to take it on the corner of the cage. Is he going to spend the reroll? He does spend the reroll, only gets a push out of it. Not what he's looking for, but he's probably going to follow up. He's come this far. Why not? No, he stays put. He says, you know what? I couldn't knock you down. That's fine. Thank you very much. Have fun. Have fun in the end zone. Don't mind me. 40 seconds to play in turn 13. Good dodge on the left-hand side. Doesn't spend the GFI. That is the leader player. .20 seconds to go in turn 13. Another 2 good dodges here. And a failed GFI. That'll be it. For Purplish Passion. Turn 14 for the Winey Bevers. If they score now, they'll have 2 turns to try to win this game. I don't think it happens. And in that case, what do? Maybe you just stall in the end zone. Or stall before the end zone. I'm not sure. That's 2 turns for the Winey Bevers to win, but it's 3 turns for Purplish Passion, which is enough for them to score. So we'll see what Merrick decides to do here, what he's trying to do. Is he going to play for the tie? Is he going to play for the win? Two-die block results in a push. He'll take it. And he'll get another die coming back. Is this 3? 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, it's still a 2-die block. He could make it a 3-die block if he wants to try again. It's just a lineman. But getting a casualty on anyone on this team is a good decision because his players, Camarcel's players, are just so expensive. Gets another push. He'll get another block out of it. Take the block with a number 5 blitzer. Gets another push. He'll get another block out of it. He really wants to take this lineman down. Two-die block with number 7 runner, perhaps? No, looks like he's just going to run downfield. What is going on? He's got the MA to score with no GFI. Takes that 2-die block against that lineman. Finally gets the knockdown he was looking for. And gets a KO for his troubles. Probably not what he's looking for, but you know, you'll always take a KO, but he's in really good shape for this game. Looks like he's going to just cage up and stall, play for the tie. Deciding to put the... Oh, I was going to say, he's deciding to put those Troll Slayers on the corner of the cage. 4 seconds to go. Where's number 13 headed? All right. Camarcel. He's got a whole slew of dodges. Can he make it around the front? He's gonna have to just YOLO after that ball if he wants to play for the win. Otherwise, he can save his players and also play for the tie, which personally I think is probably the best strategy here. One TRR remaining. One apothecary remains. The wizard has been spent. .50 seconds to go with no action here. And it looks like Camarcel is electing to save some players. We'll see what he does with the number 8 lineman. That is his leader, so I can't imagine he's going to put him in harm's way. .30 seconds to play in turn 14. Sure enough. 2 players for Purplish Passion are left in this drive. Left in play, rather. Does he go after the ball carrier? Or does he save it? He is going to go after the ball carrier. He's going to have to spend the TRR here. All right. He's playing to win. Uphill block. Results in a push, unfortunately. He'll follow up for sure. Good on Camaricel for trying to win this game. 10 seconds to go. What's he going to do with the number 8 lineman? Going to save him, or is he going to put him in play? He puts him in play. He wants to win this game. We'll see if it works out for him. Turn 15 for the Winey Bevers. Blitz on number 6. 2 die. Blitz. It's going to work out. And he gets a KO. At least it's not a casualty, Camaricel says. He didn't actually say that. I don't want to put words in his mouth. We will almost certainly see another 2-die block here on the lineman. Two-die block is a good, clean hit. And another KO. There is now nothing Camaricel can do to stop the Winey Bevers from winning, but valiant effort there at the end. I appreciate that play. I'm sorry, keep the Winey Bevers from tying. 1 minute to play. I don't know if the Winey Bevers really have anything else left to do. They might just want to call this turn a turn. Unless they want to put the fear in the hearts of these elves and just start chasing after them. Run them off the pitch. Instead, he's going to do a super cage. He's going to protect his ball carrier from the 0 players who are threatening him. Turn 15 for Purplish Passion. He might just call this a turn. We'll see what he does. No movement yet. Not really sure there's anything he can do. He can take a GFI blitz. He decides not to. He's gonna run off the field. Decides to take movement with the remaining 4 players on the pitch. And that'll be it. Turn 16 for the Winey Bevers. Purplish Passion's going to get one more turn to do something. I imagine it will be nothing. But we'll see. We'll see what he wants to do. He'll get at least 3 dwarves if he wants to take some blocks. 1-1 tie. 1 turn left to play for Purplish Passion. And Purplish Passion's going to stay in first place in this first game of week 2. They get 3 players back from their KO. And the Dwarves get 1 player back from their KO box. We'll see how the Winey Bevers set up. for this final turn. There's no way for Camaricel to score, but he could get some SPPs on some blocks. He could get an SPP on a pass. He has no TRRs left. Winey Bevers left a massive 3 TRRs on the table. Winey Bevers electing to keep their high dollar players back on the end zone. Seven seconds left to set up for a null turn for the Winey Bevers. And that's it. So Camaricel is going to get 2 blocks if he cares to take them. Not sure what's happening here. Oh no, did someone disconnect? Looks like there might be a connection problem. I'm asking the players now what's going on. We'll see. Looks like there is a connection problem. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to let them know that they've got a timer to get back in the game. Looks like Camaricel's game client is locked up. He's going to try to restart the game here and get back into it and finish this game off. He's got a 5-minute timer to get back in the game. But otherwise, I mean, that's going to be it here. It's going to be a 1-1 tie. Purplish Passion are going to move into first place with 4 points. And the Winey Bevers are going to move into third with 2 points. Camaricel and Purplish Passion are going to have some options here on this last turn. We will probably see at least, probably more, but at least 2 players deep here for the kickoff. So he can grab the ball and get a pass off. And then he might want to block down these 2 Longbeards in the end position here with a couple of 2-die blocks. We'll see what he decides to do. Good hustle by Camaricel in the first half to get that to get that TD there late in the half. That saved him. Well done. Good effort in the second half there to try to win this game. He put his players on the line. He doesn't have the players to risk. He's a man down on his bench, but he tried to win anyway, and I respect that. Well done. And as a result, the Winey Bevers find themselves in a tie. And looks like the game is starting back up. So the White Beavers are not going to leave two ends on after all. I think that is a wise decision. Camaricel can still get some blocks on these players, however. In fact, he could block them all down if he wants. Sure enough, it looks like he's going to go for these blocks. And as luck would have it, you know, lots of KOs, but no casualties. So Purplish Passion's going to come out of this ahead. All he needs is 10k. He can, and then he can afford a lineman. But of course, he could, you know, get more earnings than that. So for week 3, he'll be coming in with a full bench. So well done to Camaricel. Took chances, tried to win, still kept his team healthy. And he'll be in good shape for week 3. The Winey Beavers got their 2 agile teams out of the way early, so it's just humans and then bashy teams for them for the rest of the round robin. So they're probably breathing a sigh of relief there. They tied both their agile games. Good kick. Oh! Oh! No! It's a riot! And now both teams get an extra turn. Can Purplish Passion make anything happen with this? I don't think so. But now they have an extra turn to contend with. And no TRRs. Winey Beavers still have 3. So look at the use 1. This is the second time we've seen a riot here in the Dungeonbowl. We saw one in the Winey Beavers game against the Rattus in week 1. And the Rattus, which I would have thought would have been bad for the Rattus, as it meant more blocks against them, they actually turned it into a TD. Purplish Passion is going to take their blocks anyway. Here comes the first 2-die block. Clean hit against the number 10 Longbeard on the right side of this meager line. He's looking for payback. He wants casualties. Gets nothing out of that hit. Block number 2 coming up. 2-die block. Gets a push. It's all he can get. Will he follow up or not is the question. I imagine he will not. Yeah, well done. 2-die block against the final Longbeard on the line. Only gets a push. That's going to give another block. Here it comes. He wants a casualty. Doesn't work out. Only gets a push on 4 blocks. He still has a blitz on the table. He's going to go after the ball instead. Goes for a pass. Completes it for an SPP. Well done. He can still try to win this game. Look at the heart. Look at the heart. 24 seconds to go. Why not at this point? You've come so far. You see a line of dwarves on the end zone, but you don't oh no. Oh no, no, no. Is he not going to go for it? Go for it. Go for it. Oh no, he's not going to go for it. Electing to save his runner instead. Who can blame him? But man, what a victory it could have been. It's a level 2 runner. He will be leveling up after this game, provided he survives. He can still eat a 2-die block if Merrick wants to dodge one player. Otherwise, he can eat a 1-die block on a GFI. But Merrick says no, thank you. Two-die blitz on the stand-up. Interesting decision. This is against the leader. He's going to get a knockdown. He doesn't have the dodge skill. Looking for a casualty. Doesn't get it. Now, two-die block against the blitzer is a clean hit. Doesn't get anything out of that either. And that'll be it for the Winey Bevers. One turn left for Purplish Passion. They're going to get a block and maybe another pass. And that'll be the game. "90 seconds to play in this game. 1-1 tie. Again, that puts Purplish Passion ahead in the competition with 4 points. Winey Bevers moving up to 3rd place with 2 points. They drew each of their first 2 games here in the Dungeonbowl, but they got both of those games were against the 2 agility teams, and they got them out of the way. So the rest of their games are going to be against bashy teams and a human team. So you're going to try to set up a 3-die blitz? We'll see. He needs one more to make it. Sure. 3-die blitz on the Longbeard. Here it comes. 3-die blitz is a good hit. Looking for a casualty. Doesn't get it, but well done. Gets a stun. Doesn't matter. Probably see a pass here, and that'll be the game. Sure enough. Gets the SPP. Well done. That'll be it. It's 1-1 tie. The classic agility versus bash matchup. Well done to both players. 13 arbor breaks for the Winey Bevers. 4 passes for Purplish Passion. This is a team that typically doesn't pass. Of course, most of those were for SPPs, but still, well done. 2 passes for the Winey Bevers. It's a team that never passes. Purplish Passion come out of this with 12 SPP. The Winey Bevers coming out with 12 SPP as well. 4 for Arorel, 1 for Araraz. I believe Arorel might be leveling up, and that'll make 2 level 4 runners. Oh my goodness. Die rolls. The D6 die rolls for Purplish Passion looking just about even here. Not too bad. Winey Bevers also looking just about even here. Look at the difference between an agility team's rolls. Look at how many rolls they made. Oh my goodness. Against the Bashy team's rolls. Block dice for Purplish Passion looking favorable for them, in fact. Whereas for the Winey Bevers, looking really good. Oh my god, look at that. They prayed to Nuffle before this game, and Nuffle was kind to them on these block rolls. So well done to both teams. 1-1 tie is the result of this game. And I'm not sure what the next game is. It's going to be on Saturday. It's either going to be the Vloopadoops versus the Shitstorm, which is a human team versus the undead team at 5 o'clock Eastern, or it's going to be, gosh, I don't remember. Let's see. Let's look at the schedule. Or it's going to be Walmart Death Machine against the Ratus at 8. That game's definitely happening at 8. It's going to be a replay game. I'm not sure when the Vloops are playing, but I believe it's going to be around 5-ish on Saturday, and that'll be a live stream. So thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. I had fun. Congratulations to both teams on their draw, and we'll see you for Game 2 in Week 2 here in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Dungeon Bowl. Take care.